Your penis driving a truck. Rolling her window up the old-fashioned way. There she goes. So another day done, we are heading home. I think this is the same one. Yeah, I saw this lady earlier. Okay, so I started my day at 7:30, but I don't get on the road. I have to get on the road basically at 7. It's a half an hour drive. And I saw this lady on a walk earlier, and I just saw her again walking. So she must be putting down some serious exercise, and that's good. It's definitely good for you. I'm dead, man. I need some drinks. I'm dying. I was gonna talk about what was my peeve of the day. Oh, so okay. So I'm delivering this thing, right? It's very minor shit. Like literally, picture like a Rite Aid or what's another pharmacy store? There's Rite Aid and there's the other one. Shit, what is it? There's Rite Aid and then there's, I forget what it is, but it's like one of those little shitty. It's a pharmacy with like some groceries and some like. It's like a small department store with a pharmacy. It's like Rite Aid. What the fuck's the other one? Okay, anyways, it's like one of those little neighborhood little stores like that. And I delivered the flyer to the wrong house. Like it was supposed to be the next house over, like their next door neighbor. And all of a sudden I get a call, like maybe 5-10 minutes up the road, from my boss saying, hey, I just got a call. They said that you misdelivered the flyer. Could you swing back through there, grab that, and bring it back? And I said, yeah, I guess. So I literally drove back there. These people are sitting in their driveway waiting for me. And I think I kind of like snuck up on them because they were walking away from the mailbox up their driveway. So I'm like fucking flying in there at 65 miles an hour, hit on the brakes, I drift around a corner, hit the mailbox, I open that bitch, take out the flyer, package secured, and then I start fucking moving on. But I looked in my mirror and I could see them like power walking back to the mailbox to make sure I actually took it out of the box. And it's like yo, get a fucking life. Like literally, you're an adult fucking human being. You're gonna sit there at your mailbox waiting? It's so stupid. And it's the same thing. There's so many different houses I go to where they know the second you're fucking second you're there with that mail, they know you're there. They're coming outside. They're gonna grab that shit. They got a bunch of third class bullshit, but fuck it, they got it. Like, how important is I can understand packages. Like, if you know a good package is coming, I used to be the same fucking way. I used to, I remember the mailman would always get to my house between, like, 10:30 and 12. Like, anytime I got a package off Amazon, I knew that bitch was going to be there at my house. Except for, like, Saturdays and Sundays. But I just remember always, like, for packages only. Even with my GameFly games, I wasn't that anal about it, you know. I wasn't waiting for the mailman at 10 o'clock every morning. It's only been packages. So, like, when these old bastards are sitting there, and I've delivered for over a whole week, so I know that it's the same people. And I know they're not waiting for a special package or, like, you know, something important to show up, because they do it on a daily basis. So, it's really weird. But what's got to be weird too for the fuckers are like, so I am like I'm the substitute for this route, and the person who normally does it, she's a lot slower. So like, she'll be at these houses an hour after I am sometimes. So it's got to be weird for these people who have like their daily like, oh, it's noon, I better run outside real quick. I know the mailman's already been here, or if not, he's coming soon. So it's got to be weird for me to like roll in there an hour earlier than what they're used to all week long, because I only do it on Fridays and Saturdays usually. So it's got to be weird. But no, I don't get what kind of life that is, where you're sitting by your front window waiting for the fucking mailman, or And I've come to the conclusion that a lot of these guys probably do wait by the window, because I shouldn't be seeing these people running out to the mailbox. Like, the only way, that's pure coincidence. They just happen to be walking by the window as I'm near their mailbox. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So, that's the only conclusion I've come to, is they literally are waiting for me, which is really kind of creepy. But it's whatever. All I know is I got done pretty early today. I think it's like 3 o'clock. It's so weird to think that when I first started this job, I was getting done anywhere from 5 to 7 p.m. And I mean, it's crazy. But I don't see the only way I could, because the thing is I started at Christmas time, so I literally started at the worst possible time. There was a lot of fucked up shit going on there. The only thing I could say though is, like, maybe there's a lot of ways you could get somebody acclimated to that a little better. They definitely handled it poorly. I mean, the thing is, I think my brain's wired to learn from experience, whereas a lot of people can literally, you know, be given instructions or recipes and they can follow it perfectly. There's people who can't follow certain recipes, like they literally can't, which is kind of crazy, but they can't. But yeah, we're just driving home, playing some Overwatch maybe. I gotta get some more working out done. I've been really broke, so I've only been eating like very lightly when I wake up, and then I pretty much just eat a bunch at night. So it's really weird because I think out of all of the meals, breakfast is by far the easiest you can skip. Like today, all I did is I woke up, got in the truck, drove to the office, and I picked up a pumpkin Dunkin' milkshake, a coffee milkshake, which was really good. But I usually get a bagel along with that, but I'm like rationing my money, so I'm like, okay, listen, I can spend $5 right now and have a really badass breakfast and be pretty full. You know, I'll make it throughout the day. I'll eat maybe around 5, 6 o'clock when I get home at night. You know, so that's like 10 hours or whatever without eating. So today I was just like, you know, the milkshakes already got more than enough calories and carbs to keep me like energized for the day. So I just did that. I know it's not the most nutritious thing to do or whatever, but you know, my wallet says, hey buddy, you gotta make this last a little longer. So I did that. I'm selling my my secondary vehicle, my CRV. Got that posted up on Facebook. I've got it up on Craigslist, and I mean, that's really the only places I can post that. I don't want to go on car.com, or there's all these other weird websites I see people selling cars on, but I feel like those are more of, you know, you're selling the car for at least $8,000 minimal. You know, the car's probably less than 5 years new. Maybe then this car is going to be 20 years old in 2 years. That's insane. It's crazy. But, you know, it's whatever, man. Eating some peanuts, pretty good. Eat some bananas, are good. Bought 6 bananas for $1 last night. Bananas are ridiculous. Like, out of all of the fruits, I feel like bananas are the most consistent. Their ripe time, like from when you get them to like when they're ready to be eaten and when they're ripe, it's got to be like maybe a day or two. Like, that's pretty awesome. So when people are saying like, oh no, you gotta eat this or eat that, you gotta eat this, bananas are consistently always good. Like, even if you get one like a day early, it's like, you know, it's kind of a little weird, but it's still pretty damn edible. Somebody's throwing out a CRT. I'm always drawn to those. Don't know what. But yeah, we're in shithole New York right now. Good old Groton. Shit-ton. Groton, shit-ton. Oh, I love those. You matter to Jesus. Okay. You better not walk in front of the road, pedestrian. Gee, what a fucking crazy bitch. Nutcase. Oh, and then you got the skateboarding kid. That kid's cool. Nothing like a good skateboarder. Or how about a fucking man wearing a giant sweatshirt with a fucking fisherman, like, tan vest on? That's what I like. Oh, here we got the local meth head. With his friend on a... Oh my god, I don't like that. Like an anorexic meth addict smoking a cigarette next to a big fat... Like... I don't know what you describe this kid as. He looked like Eminem from 8 Mile. You know, he had like the sleeveless shirt. He had like the jeans or whatever the fuck they wear. And then he had like a cigar, like a big fat cigar. And he's on a BMX bike. I don't like this town. Anytime is good for ice cream. Can't disagree with that. And then there goes the hairbrush. My dad always keeps a hairbrush on his dashboard, and this thing goes fucking... It launches across the dashboard when I go around corners. Okay, that is disgusting. There's so many weird old buildings that are just completely like falling apart, or they're just really shitty looking. But you can tell that hoarders use them, or they used to use them. Just looking at them, there's so much shit in there. Is that a skate park? Delivering to like all these houses, I've learned that there's a lot of nasty people out there, which is ironic because it's like a you know, it's a farm town. Everybody's old fashioned. They don't like the internet, and it's like you think this would put people above these people. But like in my head, when I think of somebody who like follows the Bible and you know they don't use profanities every sentence or whatever, I think of these people as like clean, self-sufficient units that can live off the land. You know, they've got money and saved up. They're supposed to be like kind of like, I don't even know what you call that, but you know, like kind of not perfect, but you know, like a very well-oiled machine. That's what I think of when I think of like a very religious family. I think of, you know, like the dad who has a good career. He's been doing it for 20, 30 years. He's going to be retiring soon. You know, it's got a nice stay-at-home mom, you know. And then you got like the kids or whatever. You know, they get a little wild with their four-wheelers and their, you know, their paintball guns or whatever. But what I see when I come to a town like this is I see hoarders. I see rednecks with their Confederate flags hanging in the front yard. I see a lot of, like, I don't know what you call them. They're not hippies, but they're kind of hippies. Let's just say they've got a lot of, like, Magic is Amongst Us bumper stickers, and they've got, like, the local Whole Food grocery store bumper sticker. I don't know what you'd label those people as. But we've got some of those in there. We've got a couple of dorks that get Game Informer every month, and they get like PC, the PC magazine. What is it called? PC Gamer magazine or whatever. It's pretty diverse, but like I don't know if that image of like a clean family even exists. But I was thinking earlier about also kind of like with that like. This near perfection like human, like they're trying to live up to a standard like passed down to generation. And I was thinking, so I like watch a lot of fucking porn, and I watch a lot of like really weird shit, and I test my threshold by watching like really fucked up stuff. Like I've seen decapitated people, and I've seen a lot of like really bad shit, and I'm thinking like I work with people who probably literally they don't even know what a blowjob is. Like I was thinking about a blowjob, and I was thinking like that's a pretty tame level of sex. Like that's such a like a base level thing, you know. Like it's next there with like normal penetration. Like to me in my brain, you know, anal sex is probably like one step above, but then you start getting into like crazy shit, you know, like double dildos and you know, like I don't even know, bondage and shit like that. That's when you start going up higher levels. But like to these people, you know, they probably think putting on some like some see-through nightgown and having some nice missionary sex or even some doggy style sex, you know, that to them is probably like the dirtiest shit on the planet. So I was thinking, like, it's insane to me that these people will probably go not a day in their life without having a blowjob performed on them or like anything like that. It's crazy. But like the thing is, as long as they don't attack people for doing those things, it doesn't matter. But it's kind of a little sad, you know, like they're not going to experience everything on this planet within their short lifespan. Like, I feel like you got to try at least a little of everything. You know, obviously there's some things like you don't do injectable drugs, you don't fuck with that. You don't smoke things that are laced with other things. There's a lot of things that you shouldn't go near, but at the same time, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff you got to try. And there's a dead skunk on the road, don't try that. But I don't know, the world's a crazy place. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta smunk a little. I kinda wanna eat some weed again though. That wasn't bad. I saw a flashing light, so I'm thinking maybe it was a mailman, but I don't know where that guy went. Oh, that guy's flying, never mind. I'm doing 65 right now and I can't even keep up with this guy. But you know, it's a crazy world we live in, you know. You got pyramids, you've got statues. You've got machines that can print out 3D plastic. I wonder when that's going to become, like, completely, like the next household staple, you know? Like, every house has a printer, usually. Every house has a computer. Like, do you think, I wonder if 3D printing will ever become... like going back to those people I'm referring to, like those very reclusive redneck farmers who live, like, they say they live off the land, you know, they have like a landline still and stuff like that. I wonder if they will ever get to the point where they have a 3D printer in their house, because there's a lot of benefits to that. You can print out a lot of shit. And they're talking about like 3D printing food and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But I wonder if, you know, Farmer Joe would ever be like, God damn it, Charlene, I'm gonna have to go and print out a new pedal for my tractor. My pedal broke off my tractor. Now I need a new pedal printed out. Get in there and get on that printer. Like, would that ever be a thing? Because I feel like there's too much involved. I guess you'd have to have like a kind of like an interface, like a very easy to use interface. Because from my understanding, what 3D printing is, a lot of it is going into like forums and stuff and looking around for different recipes that people have made or whatever, different renders. Because I think it's a render system. It's like a 3D model that then gets printed in, like, with plastic or whatever. So to me, it's fucking crazy. Like, I think all it's gonna take is one company to like make a catalog of items. Then maybe it could become accessible. But the last time I heard, like, the cheapest 3D printers are like anywhere from $5 to $1,000 or something like that. But you gotta spend a couple of grand for a good one, so I don't know. The thing is, farmers got money. Like, I've seen a lot of farmers with these tractors that are 30 feet tall and stuff. Like, they have that barn specifically made just to house this tractor. So they've got to have a little money laying around. But I feel like if I was ever a farm, I'd be like an all-purpose farm, you know? I'd do, like, you know, the basics, you know, vegetables, maybe some fruits, some berries and shit. But I definitely would want to, like, jar stuff up and, like, you've got to keep the money going through the winter. Get some bagged frozen fruits and vegetables. And I think a lot of these farms, they literally operate off just corn. That's all I see in these mass, like, farmyards. Is just, I mean, obviously I'm not going around looking through their actual their crops or anything, but from what I can see, it's giant acres of cornfields And maybe that's all. Maybe they just sell the corn off to the people. Because there's so many different aspects of corn. There's people who sell corns at grocery store, like straight up just corn cob. Then you have stores that sell frozen corn. Then you have the corn put into like mixed vegetables. There's canned corn, there's frozen corn, there's popcorn. There's so many different types of corn. I'm sure there's probably even more that I don't even know of. But like how much money does a farm, like what's the average income from a farm? I wonder. They've got to make some pretty decent money, I think. I don't know. I feel like they got it. When you've got that much acreage of just corn, that's got to be worth a lot of money. At least several thousand or more, you think. I don't know. Because just the machine alone that runs that entire field, that's got to cost like $50 or $100 in gas just to drive it across the whole field, maybe? I don't. I'm spitting numbers out. I literally don't know. I'm at the mailbox. Get the mailbox. Yeah. BRB. What's up? Welcome to this truck I'm in. It's not bad. I'm home, so I'm gonna end this video here. I sweated like a pig today. My hair looks crazy. Look at that hair. It's kind of crazy right now. But alright. Goodbye.